على طول ممكن تقرا سنين ولا تقرا وانا حفظت منه بس عرفت هو ده ما يحصل يعني.
I am with a boy who is 2 years younger than me. He is my stepfather's son. And when you encounter him on the street, you can't help but touch him with your eyes. The level of a male god who measures his leg length. This is not the point. The point is that in his heart. Brother, his figure is really good. He gritted his teeth and said, "Please close the door, thank you." Oh, I walked out in a daze and suddenly realized he used my white camellia flavored shower gel too. Lin Chi entered the company wearing the same tea fragrance as me and pretended not to know me. I pretended to be unfamiliar with him, very morally, even mistakenly remembering his name as Mick. When greeting him at the entrance of the bathroom, I clearly saw that the corner of his mouth was twitching. Just a moment. I am not the kind of person who is narrow-minded, although Lin Chi's attitude towards me is average. After all, he is a young and naive young person who has just left campus and is clueless about the workplace. As my older sister and senior, I take care of him more. But soon I realized that I was worried the wrong way. The mistakes I made during my internship, it seems like he was born with more roots behind his head than others. Perfectly avoided like tendon. It's not like when I was constantly being asked to run errands and fight all day long. Miscellaneous otherwise, I'll be left with nothing to do, and even my popularity is stronger than mine. In the next few days, I integrated into the rhythm and atmosphere of our department. On the other hand, the other interns at the same time had my own style back then.
ما تصير يعني أكد علي أنا هم عندي أطفال هم عندي عائلة بدول وجهك يا حبيبي الله يغسل ياك القرصة اعتبره يتيم هذا اليتيم اللي حق علينا الإمام علي سلام الله عليه كان من يطلع يمسح على راسي اليتيم ويطوف أنت ما أقول لك سر نفسي ولا سر بس ارحم بي قرصه مال خبز شنو يعني؟ يعني معقول ما ادري شنو يا اخي؟ يا اخي رحموا هاي الاطفال وذا يتيم وذا بعد من يصير زين معود يعتمد على نفسه حسبي الله ونعم الوكيل.
The turning point came half a month later when Lin Chi woke up as usual to wash up and bake 2 slices of whole wheat toast. Breakfast only to find that I, who has always liked to grab the restroom with him, had not left the room for a long time. Out of his last bit of humanity, he hesitated and knocked on the door of my room. No response. After waiting for 3 seconds, he left. He meows. His concern for my half-sister is only 3 seconds. I curled up in bed with the fever and pain that kept me up all night, struggled to pick up my phone and send it to him, a wished message. He walked to the entrance of the community and then turned back. As soon as he entered, he saw a wax-yellow picture of me. His face stared weakly at him with bloodshot eyes. He was startled and said, "What's wrong with you?" I said, "My stomach hurts." He frowned. All night, he took a step towards me. "Hey, wait." The pillow behind me was taken off, and I grabbed his arm. Now there is stomach cramp. There should be no violent movements. He stopped and glanced at me. The princess I had hoped for didn't come. He just picked me up and asked me, "Can you leave?" "I can go." "What do I ask you to do if I can go?" I pouted and nodded. "Wait. I'll change my clothes." I took 2 steps and called out to him again. I realized that I was still wearing a nightgown full of brilliant chrysanthemums. "Do you want to change it yourself? Do you have any other opinions?" So he walked out and I struggled to find a dress to put on. After opening the door, he looked at me a few times and said, "Is there any difference? The little chrysanthemum is gone. Can't you see it?" Lin Chi drove me to the hospital in the shabby car I inherited from my mother. "Did you take a leave?" I was worried about my job. "Please." "Oh." I thought to myself, did you hire the 2 of us? He ignored me. Isn't the leader already aware that we are living together? I started to catch up with the upcoming public opinion storm. When I arrived at the hospital, Lin Chi helped me sit on a chair and helped me apply for a card with my ID card. Team registration. Outside the waiting room, I nervously grabbed his sleeve and said, "It's not stomach cancer, is it?" He saw that I was really scared and softened his tone.
يا الله اي والله بك هذا ابو الكيب يقول يا الله جانا رزق اغسلها له. الله يسعدك خالي، ايش قد تاخذ غسل على الكية؟ والله خال اخذ 10,000 دينار. ايش قد طلب علي؟ طلب 10. يلا خليه يغسلها خطيه. الله يخليك غسلتها علي بابا ترى غسلت زين؟ والله مسكين هذا الزغير يشتغل ويا ابوه.
The male god, who had been secretly in love for many years, suddenly proposed to me, and I happily agreed.
تعال عمو تعال
I
حبيبي.
once the only nightmare. In my heart,
تعال عمو.
women suddenly appeared
شلونك
again in
عمو؟
a seemingly happy
أنت
relationship
بالمدرسة
between Chen
مبطل؟
Jin and me. In marital
ليش؟
life. Leeds, who works in the media and has a wide network. I asked her to help me find a reliable and skilled person. Chen specialized in following up with other journalists. And then I gave her the address of that old house, as expected not long after. Leeds sent many photos of Joe Yun. After the photo was sent, Leeds' phone also came, and she said, "My friend is still here for now. I didn't take any pictures of your husband looking for Joe Yun, but your old house is indeed Joe Yun. And her son are living there. I was separate at the time when I asked
بالروضة وطالب
I
وحلو
said,
ومرتب.
as
مع
you said
الأسف
to me
عليك والله
before,
أنت شاب
Joe
بعدك
Yun
بحيلك.
belongs to the category of
ليش
clean
وياك؟
living, and after
خرج
divorce her
بكالوريوس
husband doesn't even have a
حصلت
child.
الشهادة.
If an
ليش ذهب
OT.YES.LLC
وانا هذا
was
من هم
taken
ما له
aback for a
مستقبل،
moment
هم
and
يستلم
suddenly
شهاده
said in shock,
ويجي
"No
حاله من
way.
حالي، بس
Chen
مجرد
Jin, that
تعب
bastard doesn't
ودوام
know.
وسهر
Did you
وقلق.
really hook up
فانا
with that
خبطت
slut a
من
year
ورا
ago,
هذا.
Dot, at that moment?
إذا هذا
My heart was
تفكيرك
cold and I
وكل اللي
said,
يفكر مثلك
I
على
suspect
الدنيا
that child
السلام.
is Chen Jin.
إذا الشهادة ما
7
قعدت
bodies
وياك
left to carefully
يجوز وياها
analyze.
تقعد.
Everything
فأنا
is
اللي
traceable.
أطلبه من
A
يمك
year
ترجع
ago,
للمدرسة.
Chen Jin
أنا راح
went on
أجهز لك
business
تجهيز
trips
كامل
every
لهذا
few days to
الزغير.
expand the company's
والخاطري
business. Once
والخاطر
when he came
الزغير
back from a
ترجع
business trip,
للمدرسة.
I
وكل
smelled
ممنون.
a strong
صدق
smell of
بالله
perfume.
الحالة
On
اللي
his
امر
body,
بها
Dot, he
انا
became
ماكو
suspicious.
شاب
But
عراقي جاي
before
يمر
I could
بيها.
ask him, he
يراد له
boasted about the
ملابس
return
ويراد
trip,
له
Dot, on the
كتب
plane a woman
ودفاتر،
sat
حتى
beside
المدارس
him,
لا
and he
يوسع لا
didn't
كتب
know
ولا
what
دفاتر،
perfume he was
حتى كلام ما
wearing. It
يوسع.
smells
وهذا
like
كله يراد له
death.
مصاريف، وانا
Another
هني شوف
time,
حالتي
I
حصل
found a
علي
box of
الربع.
unpacked
أنا
goods
راح
in his
أتكفلك
suitcase.
مصاريفه
He
وأنا كل
explained
راس
that while
الشهر
shopping
أجي
at the
أعطيك
airport
مصرف
store,
إلى
he noticed
ترجع
that
علي
Durex
المدرسة.
had released
يلا
a new
حيدر
model, and thought Dot buy it first, then come back and try it with me. As for why it was opened, he explained Dot at that moment with a shy and awkward expression on his face. He said he was staying alone in the hotel, and really wanted to. Dot I used a few on my own, and as he spoke, he entwined with me, but I was easily caught. Dot he was pulled over. Afterwards, I realized that Chen Jin had a cleanliness fetish, so his explanation at that time was still incomplete. Dot believe him completely. But looking back now, I suddenly realized that his explanations couldn't stand up at all. Feet, just because I trusted him too much at the time. I believed him no matter what he said. That night when Chen Jin came back from work, he had been a bit absent-minded. I probably guessed that he was afraid. My mind is full of thoughts about Joe Yun. During dinner, I deliberately mentioned our old house, and as expected, Chen Jin suddenly regained his senses. I said, "Husband, your client was still satisfied with our previous house. Is it?" Chen Jin suddenly hesitated for a moment and said, "It's pretty good." "Why did you suddenly ask this question?" I said again. I just suddenly remembered that the previous tenant had called me several times. On the second phone call it was said that the ceiling in the bathroom was always leaking. I asked a technician to fix it a few times. I don't know if it's still missing now. Chen Jin's eyes flickered slightly before saying, "The client hasn't told me about this before. The matter should not be overlooked." I nodded and said, "That's good." Chen Jin didn't dare to look me in the eye, so he buried his head and began to stir fry hard. He really did it. The thief felt guilty and suddenly asked me, the man I have been secretly in love with for 10 years when he was video streaming with me, he fell in love with my roommate and even made me. I helped chase her. On the phone his voice remained low and pleasant as ever. "I've never liked it this much before. Just one person. Zai Ojing, please." But I didn't hear any pleading from it, as if he had already taken it and I wouldn't refuse. Absolutely. For me he has always had a steady chance of winning. Song Tianyu and my roommate are kissing. Difficult to part with lingering love. I stared blankly at this scene as if my heart had been torn open. At the moment he promised to help him chase his roommate. He had already anticipated that such a situation would occur. Now it really happened. Still surprised or sad, the two of them kissed too intently, not realizing that there was someone behind them. "Come to my place tonight." Song Tianya's voice was hoarse in the quiet night. My heart also fell into an ice hole in an instant because of his words, completely frozen into ice. Block. So they have already developed to this point. My roommate seemed to give him a hammer, with a smile in his voice. "What are you thinking? Tonight." "Oh. Promise Jing to help her read her paper." The two of them seemed to be touching their foreheads and talking for a while, but at a distance. They could still communicate. Seemed to be very affectionate and gentle. After watching her go upstairs, Song Qianyu turned around and finally saw me. "What's quiet?" He put away the smile on his face. I turned my face stiffly, afraid to look at him. I tried my best to control my emotions, and lifted my foot to sleep. Let go. The impact of that scene just now was too great for me, with countless soreness and unwillingness flooding my heart. Hurry up and make me gasp for breath. I stayed by Song Kianya's side as a good friend, for 10 years never seeing him treat any woman. He has always been cold and rational towards me, using words and expressions. Awakened to the point where I even doubted in his eyes. I might be a playful person with even a vague gender companion. Just now was the first time I saw his passionate expression. Clearly, they have only known each other for 10 days. It's just 10 days. But I have been secretly in love with Song Kianyu for 10 years, encompassing almost the entire youth. When I failed the college entrance examination, I was unable to attend the same university as him. Later on, I repeated my studies for a year and finally passed the exam. However, I also had a problem filling out my application form. Wrong, forced to go to another city. Throughout the entire university period we hardly had much contact. Now his work has just entered the right track, and I am busy with my graduation thesis, so our connection is even more important. It's pitifully rare. Every time I want to go find him, he always refuses without hesitation. E.g., I am very busy. Sometimes I can't help but make video calls to him. Often without saying a few words, he just thought I'm going to be busy. I know I have no right to complain about him. In his heart, I am just a friend whom he has known for quite some time. Until 10 days ago, my roommate borrowed my phone to take a photo, and accidentally stumbled upon Song Qian in the album, a photo of Chong Qin. She paused her fingers and smiled.